All right, guys. Good evening. Welcome back to another session of my Forex analysis and review. My name is Dr. Chuks Anyanwu. I'm your Forex coach and instructor. All right, so guys, I like visiting the news, websites. Okay, it's very important. It helps me to, look at the market from a lot more deeper perspective. Okay, so I'll encourage you guys to learn how to use this website investing.com. It will help you a lot. Okay, it will give you insights into what is happening in the market, and that's very important, guys. You need to understand the direction the market is headed, based on fundamental news and activities, political activities, economic activities across the globe. Very important. You need to know all these things, guys. Okay, very important. So I will teach you guys. I will do another video to teach us how to properly use this website. Okay, how to maximize use of this website is free, but it has a handful of information, guys, that will help us, in our trading exploit. Okay. All right. So that being said, let's just hop on to the chart to look at the technicals. Okay. All right. So guys, today I'm going to start with Euro USD. Okay. Now, if you start from the weekly time frame, let's move over to the weekly time frame. You'll see that on the weekly time frame, you see that the market has broken out of a range structure. Okay. And let me show you what I mean. Okay. You need to understand, trading perfectly well. You'll see that the market went into a range here and has broken out of that range. All right. So if you want us to look at it from a more technical point of view, you see that there's a break of structure here. Let me show you guys. The market price broke structure here through this candlestick. Let me just zoom in on this candlestick so that you guys see what I'm talking about. You can see that there's a break of structure. There's a break of structure. Let me show you again. There's a break of structure here on this structural line of resistance, turn support. Okay. Then the market pulled back again and broke another structure, okay, to the upside. Okay. So this market at the moment is doing what? Is in an uptrend. Okay. Now let me also show us something, guys. Look at the range we're looking at. The range I told you about is here. Okay. Here. All right. The market was actually ranging here. Okay. Then suddenly you see that break out of the range, a retest of the range, and it printed a bullish engulfing candle, and that's how the market zoomed off. Okay. So you're going to expect all those, structural, display by price, all right, as the market is going up. Okay. So again, what could happen here is that you can see the market could, drop slightly, okay, into structure. The market will, of course, drop into structure. Okay. The market will drop into structure. Let me show you guys what I mean. The market will drop into structure, okay, and continue its upward move. Okay. So that's what I expect to see in this market. Okay, and it's going to happen because if you look at news around the euro, you notice that the euro for some time is going to continue trending up. Okay. It will trend up. After a while, it will enter a range and the trend will continue. So that's how the market moves, guys. Okay. It does not just move straight on. It will trend and range, okay. So if you want to look at it again a lot more deeper, let us try and zoom out. Okay. Now when you look at it zoomed out like this, from this structural point of view, you may wish to, you may agree with me or not that this market would gain some momentum to the upside. Okay, we gained some momentum to the upside, taking away some levels. The reason is because of what is happening across the globe now, okay? Now, because of the, the tariff policy of the current, U.S. government led by President Donald Trump, you notice that the market has been, has been responding to all this news, equation, okay? Now, let me show you something, guys. You see, we have this very key level here that market is coming to test, okay? Market on this weekly chart will take some time to arrive at this point, okay? Now, but if you notice also that structure was broken here, and when market breaks structure, it's a clear indication of its intention to continue to move in that direction. So we still have a lot of room to the upside to take out in this trade, okay? Some people may argue that this is clearly, technically a downtrend market structure. I agree with you, but structure has been broken here. Let me zoom in, guys. And when structure has been broken, okay, see structure broken, okay? And when structure has been broken, the market has decided to do what it wants to do. All right? So there's a clear break of structure, retest of structure, and the market has taken off. And I will still have a lot of room to the upside for this market to take out structure. Okay, we still have this resistance for the market to come and test. Okay, and this is a whole lot of pips. Okay, so if we measure it, let's say the market takes off from here to here, that gives us what? Over 631 pips. That's a lot. Okay, so there's an opportunity to take some market to the upside here. Okay, now again, realize that the current market structure here is bullish. We agree that if you look at the overall structure, what has happened in the time past, the market was clearly coming down. But that was because that was before this government, okay, in the US, and that was before, the impact of this tariff, over on other currencies or on other countries and how they are responding to it. That's why you see this current trend, indication that will show you clearly how the world is responding to the tariff policy of the United States government. Okay, so we need to consider all that. Okay, as traders, you need to put those in proper perspective. Okay, so what are we looking at for here? We're looking at for buy opportunity, guys. We're looking at for buy opportunity. Okay, so let's take out this trend line. Okay, when you take out this trend line, what you need to do is to, excuse me, I'm a bit tired. I'm recording this video late into midnight, after midnight. Okay, so I'm a bit stressed off. I needed to do it because I've promised you guys that I'm going to come back to start analyzing the market and giving us signals, okay, to trade with. Okay, so I'm going to do that. But you guys, if you listen to my analysis, you just understand my thought process, know how I look at this market, and it is very important you do that. Okay, so we still have a lot of room to the upside, and any trader who is conscious of what he or she is doing can join this trend, and I'll tell you where to. Okay, so if you look at what the market is doing here, you see that the market has pulled to structure. Okay, the market has pulled to what? To where? The market has pulled to structure on the weekly time frame. Okay, the market is dropping to structure. Okay, and if it does, it's going to take up from there. All right. So, but we're not going to enter this market from the weekly time frame. Just to give us a perspective of what we should expect. Okay, we're looking for a buy opportunity in this market. Okay, we're looking for a buy opportunity in this market, and where do we go from there? Okay, so if we look at the current price action, you see that it looks as if it is clearly, the market is clearly on a downtrend from the 1 hour time frame. Okay, downtrend from the 1 hour time frame. But again, this is consistent with what we see on the weekly time frame. But we said that there are a lot of room to the upside to cover. Okay, so we still need to put that into proper perspective. Then on the 1 hour time frame, we're not doing top-down analysis, guys. We're going to trade what we see. Okay, trade what you see. Whatever you see, trade it. Okay, whatever time frame you're looking at, take your equation, from there. Okay, so let's look at it from this structure perspective. All right, so you can see that what the market is doing here now, the market is dropping. All right, the market is dropping, and let me give it a lot more technical perspective. Okay, all right, so we have a descending triangle here, we have a descending triangle here. All right, now, but look at what this market is currently doing here. Okay, if you look at this pin price action here, this pin bar price action here, you agree with me that market still has some room to the upside to cover, okay, before it will start dropping, okay, before it will start dropping. And that is what we want to take advantage of in this market. We want to take advantage of the room that is available to the upside for this market to take, because as it is now, it is playing around support structure. Okay, and what that means is that the market will push up, slightly to resistance here, then continue is that one trend. Okay, so that's my perspective about Euro USD, guys, today. I hope you agree with me. Here we need to see appropriate price action. Guys, we are trading the naked chart, okay? You need to see appropriate price action or candlestick pattern that will enable us buy this market, okay? That will enable us buy this market. Again, we don't just wait for that. What if something else happens? Let's say this market has completed its move to the upside and is in preparation to break structure to the downside. What do we do? Fine, we look for what? We look for the opportunity to trade the break and retest. And when it breaks, the retest must clearly give us candlestick pattern to short this market, guys. Okay? And that's how we're going to trade this instrument, guys. Okay? All right, so thank you very much. That's the analysis for Euro USD. Euro, we are going to look at these other instruments, okay? Or these other assets in the next video that I'm going to trade, okay? So guys, summary, we look for buy opportunity here, take out the upper side room that is available for price action to take out. Then from here, we look for an opportunity to short the market. Or if we see a clear break of structure and a retest, correspondingly, then we can look for an opportunity for market to take away some higher time frame, levels that we've seen in the market, okay? Again, when you look at this chart that I'm looking at here, you see that this market has created what? The bearish pennant, okay? The bearish pennant. And what that means is that, sorry, now this is supposed to be, okay, descending triangle, if you like, descending triangle, okay? Which could also metamorphose into a pennant. But the way it is now, we want to believe that this is a descending triangle, okay? So we'll look out for all the features of how this instrument chart pattern is being traded. If they feature out here, if they pan out here, then we're going to trade it, that way. Otherwise, we look for other trading strategies that we're going to deploy to give us the edge that we require in this market. Okay. All right. So guys, thank you very much, and do have a blessed day. Bye bye.